Hello and welcome to another episode of This Week in the SFFL from Lino Lakes, Minnesota. I'm the Commish, and as always I'm joined from Brownwood, Texas by my co-host with his 3 luxury sleds in the driveway, Mr. Mike Paddock.
So sit back, relax, and grab yourself a cold one. It's your home of all things SFFL and fantasy football. It's TWITS, and it starts right now.
Tonight's episode of TWITS is brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Week 19 for divisional round version of TWITS. Back from the frozen tundra, joining me, Mike Paddock. How are you, sir?
Howdy, doing fine. Took a trip up north and got a little blast of cold air. I actually left here, and there was snow on the ground here when I left, so fit right on in up there.
Sure.
Of course, this snow's gone now.
Yeah, I would imagine. You guys probably don't get, a couple of weeks of that, maybe some light snow down there?
Not even.
Not even?
One night gone, and now it's raining.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so here we are, Mike. The SFFL playoffs are now set after the wild and wacky wild card weekend there.
That was a tough one, especially since I picked the wrong kicker. I was trying to pick Shane Graham, and for some reason I ended up with Vinatieri. So I didn't notice it until Saturday.
Really?
So I was sweating it. I was like, if I lose by freaking kicker points, I'm gonna be mad.
Well, that played out okay, I believe. I don't know how they
13-9.
13-9, yeah, 9 points out of your kicker. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I lost 4.
So yeah, Mike, what we're looking at in the SFFL, you got your bottom 5 draft, which is going to take place this Thursday night, featuring, if memory serves me correct, Evan, Mickey, Tim, and Tom.
And that's for number 1 pick?
That's for the battle for the number 1 pick. And also, not only that, but it's really a battle for picks 1 through 4, because your order in that's going to determine where you pick.
Oh, okay.
1 through 4. And then on the playoff side, top shelf side, we've got myself, Thad, Mike, and you, and Bill.
The rookie.
The rookie makes a playoff appearance in his first year. He gets by Greg by just a little bit there.
Squeaked by.
Squeaked by, so Greg will be in the 6th hole for next year's draft, and Wayne will be picking 5th. We know that to this point, so...
Good luck with that 5th pick there.
The regular playoff draft will take place on Friday evening, Freitag. And then bottom 5 draft, as I mentioned, will be Thursday night, and then we'll start things off with some playoff double-header action here on Saturday, featuring your Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, thanks for having it on Friday night. This is the reason I got in trouble last Thursday. We started late, and I was a couple of double chocolate stouts in from the old Paddock Brewery, so I had a little problem with the keyboard.
Oh, yeah. Pebcac. All right, Mike. Well, that's kind of our news and notes. Let's take a look. Obviously, we're at the end of the regular season. Not much to talk about in our normal TWITS format. So tonight will be dedicated mostly to our records that were set in the 2012-2013 season. Well, Mike, first of all, before looking ahead, we do need to take a look back at our Chalk Talk Dog of the Week and Game of the Week standings. When we last talked, the Commish got back to the Mendoza line with a Chalk Talk of Atlanta -4 in Detroit. Seems easy now. That pulled me to 7-7 on the year. But Mike, you you take the title from me with a 10-4 record in Dog of the Week. Pulled out the New Orleans +3.
Back on track.
Yeah, back on track. Just in time to be done. Against Dallas there in Week 17. So Mike takes that title. And Mike, we got a split. The commish comes back with a 7-6 record to tie Mike. We had the battle of Seattle versus San Francisco on that Week 16 Sunday night game. And sure enough, Mike, the Seabags pull one out and get me to a wash on that one. So
good thing it wasn't determined by points, or I would have got smoked. Whew. Seattle killed them.
We'll put that in next year. So that's how those races ended up. And it wasn't much of a race in terms of Dog of the Week, Mike. You got out to a fast start, kind of had a rough patch there in the late middle, but wasn't going to catch you on that one. So next year's my year. Mark my words.
Cubs fans.
All right, Mike. Well, let's take a look here. We'll go through some of the records and other notable statistical happenings of 2012. Mike, first of all, we take a look at, and some of this didn't print off quite at 100% legibility, so bear with me as I go through this. But a number of playoff appearances, Mike. The commission has tied Mickey with 10 playoff appearances. Thad went to 7 playoff appearances. And our other entrants in the playoffs are Mike and Bill, right?
Yep.
Yep, so Mike, this will be your 6th playoff appearance. And then Bill, obviously his first in his rookie season. Division titles. Thad and I reached our 6th division title, breaking a tie with Hodgson, who had 5 along with us. Mike, a little side note: this is my first ever title in the NFC.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Had 5 division titles before, that's why I wasn't happy to be placed in the NFC at the beginning of the year. It hasn't been kind. So that was that, and regular season titles. So best record. The commission has 4 now, moving him ahead of Andy, which is always good. And then Wayne and Thad, it looks like, are tied for second there with 2. Also, Mickey and Evan have 2.
Yep.
And the commission moved ahead of Thad in terms of points titles. With his 4th this year, Thad and Mickey have 3, holding second place.
Cleaning up on the awards, are you?
Those awards, but I think the rest of the league is going to start to be represented pretty well here as we move down. Mike, let's take a look at the quarterback points this year. The commission came in with 238. That was good for 5th place in terms of most quarterback points in a year. If we look at wide receiver points, we had Greg with 245. That's also good for 5th place all time. If we look at running backs, the commish had 316, which was good enough for 4th place.
Yeah, just stay up on there, that stage. You're not coming down for a while.
Yeah. Well, I'm coming down. Tight end points. That's going to be a tough record to ever break, Mike. Wayne last year when he had the Gronkowski, 166 points. I came in second all time this year with 128, but that's still a good damn near 33% behind the record holder. So that one might be up there for a while. Place kicker points. Evan, 159. Good enough for 4th place all time. And then defensive points, Mike, we had...
Oh, hold on. You're still up on the stage there. You came in in 6th place with place kicker points, 1 behind Evan.
5th place, to be accurate, but yeah, 158. But defensive points, Mike, we had the... See, here's where I get booted. I had the top 2 defensive years of all time back in 2009 and 2011. This year, Mickey, Greg, and Bill all get over the century note on with their defenses.
Dang.
119, 110, and 105 respectively. So, big year for the D. And then total points, like our all-time record holder for points in a year is Tom with 1099. The commission this year good enough for third with 1066.
He's back.
And Bill good enough for fifth with the 985. All right, what do we have next here, Mike? Just a quick note. Kind of looking at the end of the year and how our teams were spread out. We were pretty packed in there. This is we had an 8-game spread from top to bottom, 13 to 6. I think is our spread. Yep, 13 to 6.
That's wins?
No, in terms of in terms of owners' wins. Yep.
Okay.
So that's one of the most compact years we've ever had. The fewest range was 7, set back in 2001. So everyone was pretty fairly packed.
Yeah, you blew that curve too.
Yeah. Our widest spread was actually our first year when Mickey had 17 wins and Wayne had 2. So yeah, it ended up being a pretty close year. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have next, Mike. That would be... Oh, yes. The SFFL as a whole. Week 9 this year, Mike, 175 quarterback points. That was good for tied for third all time.
That's,
running backs.
Yep.
Running backs. Yep. That was led by Doug Martin's 37 points, which is pretty good.
Nice work.
Back in week 6, Mike, the SFFL set the record for wide receiver points, blew it away, 174 wide receiver points. I doubt I chipped in much on that, but that bested the record by a good 20 points. Back in week 13, Mike, we tied for 4th with 92 kicker points, which is a big number. That's only 2 off the record. And then back in week 11, the SFFL 67 defensive points, and that was good for 5th place all time. And Mike, did you know this? Back in week 9, this is only the 2nd time in history it's happened where we've had 5 individual players go over 20 points in a week in the SFFL. So it happened in week 17 of 2011. And then this year, Brandon Marshall, 24. Adrian L. Peterson, 21. Mikkel LeSure, 21. Carson Palmer, 21. I remember that week I was playing that. And Doug Martin. Yeah, which name doesn't belong there? All over 20 points. And that's only available. Since 5 and 8. Let's take a look, Mike, at some streaks that were set. Mike, we got Greg and Mickey. This is a live streak. Greg has won 12 consecutive games, dating to the Week 17 matchup when Mickey and Greg squared off. Won 12 straight against Mickey. So Mike, I don't know what it is with Greg, but he has the all-time record with 13 straight against you. And so next year that might be clearing your name from the record book.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That dates all the way back to 2007, huh?
Yes, that's week 1 of 2007. So it's been Ranger Rick on the golf course there. So what else do we have, Mike? We this year we had 4 owners go over the 11 11,000 point mark. Got another 4 over the 10,000 mark. And Mike, you're sitting there with $8,000, which is not too bad for a relative late comer to the SFFL. Most quarterback points all time, Mike. I pulled into the lead over my wife in that one, 23-22 to 23-19. Stacked at the top as you would expect in that category between some original 8 members. Mickey still leads the way in terms of all-time running back points, still with 32-97, big number. Thad, most wide receiver points of all time by an even bigger margin. Wow. 25-14. I'm in second, and I am 80 points behind. Well, no, 50 points behind him. Still a big gap.
51.
Yeah, I didn't help myself this year with that either. Most tight end points of all time. The commission's in the league. Just cracked the century note. 1,002 points.
That's a little bit more than a century.
I'm sorry. Well, century times 10.
Millennia.
Yeah, we're just over the millennia. Thanks to 2 points from Kyle Rudolph in Week 17. Thad Palmer leading the way. He's our all-time leader in place kicker points now with 22-46. 1 point ahead of Evan and 3 points ahead of the commish.
Slim.
And then, Mike, who do you think our all-time defensive points leader would be? Take a stab.
I'm looking at it.
I know. Big Vicky.
Yes.
784. Mike, we had, in terms of our largest back-to-back game total, Greg, in weeks 4 and 5 of this year, came up with $1.75. And then he parlayed that week 5 99 points and caught 4th place on the back end with 160 in week 5 and 6. So that 99 point out first was good for 3rd place all time, just behind Wayne's pair of 103s back in 13 and 14 of 11. I think we covered this in one of our earlier clips, Mike, but Evan in Week 15 tied the all-time record for place kicker points in a week with 21. Mr. Blair Walsh, and I believe that was the first time that was not 7 field goals. It was a bunch of field goals from, I think he had 3 field goals from 50 plus or something like that. Yeah. And then to wrap her up here, Mike, Thad Palmer, Week 16, sets the all-time record for bonus points in a week with 38. And, let's see, I may have covered this one, but wide receiver points in the week, number 1, they had total SFFL 174 wide receiver points. Yeah, I did cover that one. So, there you have it, Mike, the Reader's Digest version, so to speak, of the record book and things that have changed for the better for the record book for 2012-2013. So, all right, Mike. Well, that should just about wrap up our Week 19 episode. My conjecture, Mike, would be that we'll probably be back for a recap at the end of the year, kind of your Week 21 version of TWITS. We'll probably take next week off and just let the playoffs kind of sort themselves out, and then we'll be back with a wrap-up and should have the draft order all set for 2012, and then we'll go through anything else that we need to, getting people ready for the long summer break. At least we have hockey back now to take us through that break. So
shortened season, but yeah, we got it.
Yep, half season. Darn near. Mike, if you want to see this version, this episode of TWITS or any previous versions, you can head on over to VH1 Classic, or you can go to YouTube and type in the keyword TWITS. And yeah, that should just about wrap it up. So for my co-host Mike Paddock, we will see everyone back here in 2 weeks for the year-end Week 21 wrap-up show. Talk to you then.
Adios.
Adios.